Now, flooding in northwestern Pakistan has killed more than 330 people, with hundreds still missing after days of torrential rain and what is known as cloudbursts, intense downpours concentrated in relatively small localised areas. Rescue teams are still searching through remote villages where homes were swept away by surging waters, mud and giant boulders. Hospitals are reportedly struggling to cope with the levels of people who are injured, and thousands of families remain displaced. We can speak now to Raza Narejo, acting country director from the charity Islamic Relief, who joins us from the Pakistani capital, Islamabad. Welcome to the programme. Just describe the scale of the damage to us.
Yeah, so thank you for taking me in BBC. So I'm just going to describe to you the situation, particularly in northern Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. There are 5 districts, that is Buner, Sawat, Shangla, Bajor, and Mansara, which are affected by this deluge, by this surge, and Buner is the most affected district when it comes to particularly scenes and scenarios of destruction. You will find villages and villages which are completely wiped out. Road structure is completely damaged. People are rendered homeless and shelterless. You will find them on the road. So that is the situation. Still dead bodies are being searched. People are being evacuated, but there is hardly any safe location where they can be taken to. So that is the situation. There are so many immediate needs, but particular needs for children, for people with disability and elderly is huge. They are not finding ample food that they can take just twice in a day. That is the situation with these segments of society. And then those who are able-bodied persons, they are just looking after the burial of their loved ones who have died in this calamity. So that is the situation on the ground.
You say that there isn't really a safe place for people to go to at the moment in the areas worst affected. So what are people doing? Where are they sleeping?
Yeah, so at this moment, just government is making sure with the support of Pakistani military that they are being taken to public places like schools, like hospitals and something like this. But still, these places are overcrowded. And then race places are very few because this is tortuous roads and then mountainous areas, hilly areas. So there are hardly any safe location, and still, a spell of rain is going on. And when teams which are involved in search and rescue are making way to there, so even vehicles, 4-drive vehicles are not able to get there. You can only use on foot, or you can take these people through mules or through donkeys. So that is the situation in these hilly areas, and just people are being taken to public places, and these are overcrowded at this moment.
Right, and so you're struggling to get all of the amount of drinking water and food in, are you, given if you've got to use donkeys rather than lorries?
Yeah, no, you cannot, because roads at this moment in all these areas, particularly in Buner, in Sawat, and in Shangla, are completely damaged for kilometers and kilometers. And then these communities are uphill in the mountains, and all of these places are at this moment have been affected either by mudslides or by landslides or by these cloud outbursts. So when you are sending your rescue search teams or even air teams there, so you need to be careful about their safety as well. That is one thing. And then government is making sure that roads are at least giving that access that should reach there and provide that aid to the people who are at safe location. But uphill in the mountains, still people are stranded and they need to be provided support, and that will take still a few days more what we are in.
What you're saying, it's going to be a few more days before people who are in a desperate need for food get any food?
Yeah, so government is trying level based, and then humanitarian organization like Islamic Relief Pakistan, that teams are being sent through, by foot and then mules and donkeys. So animal traction is being used so that those people who are stuck there, stranded there, so at least food is reaching to them. That is one thing. And another issue at this moment I can share with you is those bodies which are under boulders, heavy giant boulders. So that is the situation. How those bodies can be taken out and then they should be given honorable or respectful burial. That is another issue, because there are cultural traditions that when any person is died, how respectful burial or funeral is being given. So that is another issue. Even at this moment, shrouds and coffins are not available. So that is the situation. And the figures which you have quoted at this moment, that more than 330, I think in near future, these figures will be certainly increased, because still search is going on and situation is evolving and developing.
Thank you very much indeed, Raza, for joining us there. Raza Narejo there, Acting Country Director from the charity Islamic Relief, on the line from Islamabad.